After being stuck at home for 2 years, many Canadians are eager to travel and travel long distances. Travel writer Natalie Preddie is just back from the Outback and several other parts of Australia. She joins us now with more on really what's a trip of a lifetime.
Yes, absolutely. People are making their bucket list trips right now. We're not waiting anymore. We're going longer, we're going farther, and Australia is obviously at the top of many of our lists, and as it should be. So, Annette, when I was there, I was actually thinking Annette would love it here. It's definitely an adventure country to check out. Let's start with Sydney. Let's talk about Sydney
Okay.
because we have the iconic Opera House, which, of course, everyone has to see. Look at that. You have this cove, you have cruise ships in there. The weather, okay. So as Canadians, we always talk about the weather. Um, and there the sun was shining and sparkling. And not only do you have the central business district where you have all of that, all these stunning buildings and the opera house, you have these beaches right in the city. So you can walk along the coast, and so many people do on just, a Saturday or Sunday, you take the dog for a walk, maybe grab your surfboard, go out and spend the day on the beach. So it is stunning. You just have to see it. Look at that, Annette. Wouldn't you just love to spend your Sunday there, have a cup of
Okay,
coffee, have
yes,
some
that would
friends,
be
and then
very
head there?
nice. Very nice. But then you also
So
went into the Outback.
I did. So the Outback is stunning. So you flew into Alice Springs, and we were able to check out some beautiful landscapes. So it looks a little bit like Mars. That there is Kings Canyon. And not only does it have this beautiful and my echo, I could have an echo. So I started shouting my kids' names. We have Uluru, which is formerly known as Ayers Rock, which is stunning. And it's one of those places that you've just got to see in your lifetime. This one big piece of rock, all covered in red dust. And there's a rich indigenous culture there, Annette.
Hmm.
So you can see all of the paintings that have been there for thousands of years that are all on the rock, telling other indigenous people that this is a meeting place, that this is a place where sacred things have happened. That exact path right there was walked by the Dalai Lama, by Kate and Will, by Charles and Camilla. This is one of the most sacred places in the whole world, especially for the Indigenous peoples of Australia. And there you can see some of the paintings that have been there for such a long time, saying that, yes, this is a place where amazing things have happened to create this beautiful sanctuary that is Uluru.
That is just beautiful. And like the scenery, it doesn't look real.
It doesn't. And even when you're there, it doesn't look real. And you have to keep pinching yourself. I was often speechless. Me. So, just
That's saying
standing
something.
there, that is saying something. So standing there, looking, I was just in awe, and you just stood there listening to these amazing species of birds, and you could just really feel the majesty of such a stunning place.
Hmm. And it really has such a vast kind of atmosphere, doesn't it? Because you've got the Outback, but then there's
Yes.
also, of course, the Great Barrier Reef. You've also got some aquatic stuff. And there's a rainforest is there a
Oh,
rainforest
yes.
in Australia?
Yeah, so right by the Great Barrier Reef. Now, like you said, you've gone from the desert right out to the Great Barrier Reef, and this is Mossman Gorge within the Daintree Rainforest, which is the oldest continually living rainforest in the world. So this used to cover all of Australia, but now you've got 1,200 square kilometers rather, of rainforest, and you can see there that you've got so I've just forgotten what they're called. Um,
It looks like
mangroves
cypress. Oh,
there.
okay, mangroves.
Mangroves. That's what I'm trying to say. So you've got mangroves there. You've got beach. When the tide is out, you can walk right over to some other parts of the island. You've got 1,200 species of birds and insects. There is so much happening in that rainforest. This is one of the oldest living cultures, oldest living rainforests in the entire world. And heading out to the Great Barrier Reef, of course, it's not the okay Barrier Reef. It's the Great
It's
Barrier
a
Reef
great.
for a reason. And the species that you're going to see there are just phenomenal. It truly, truly is a magical, magical place.
Wow.
And if you're considering, which one of these destinations there, that I've got on my bucket list do I want to tick off? Australia is definitely, definitely the place to go. I mean, going there and just watching these parrotfish, it's like there I am putting on my snorkel. I've got my stinger suit, just so there aren't any any jellyfish don't get any wrong ideas.
Yeah.
And the colors, the creatures, it really is the most phenomenal experience.
Well, Natalie, thank you for sharing your experience and your expedition to Australia with us. We've run out of time for more pics. I'd love to talk more about this with you, but you've got your blog and everything, and we'll get the link to that with the details of how to get there and where to stay and what to do up at chch.com. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Annette.